talk show. This talk show is designed to captivate and stimulate your mind, and our topic today will be how we can suggest some strategies and tips in order to deal with the pressures of college and maintaining mental health. It's a very important topic, especially for educators and for parents also. And I'm sure that today we will have a constructive discussion. As long as we're waiting for a moderator, Dr. Mary, I think we are ready to start now with our first panelist, Dr. Mohammed Zubair from India. Welcome, Dr. Zubair.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure, Ms. Rania. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, I would like to ask you, first of all, how we can deal with the pressures of college. I mean, if you are in the place of a college student, what are the strategies and techniques that you could use in order to deal with the pressures?
Okay. So, first of all, I would like to thanks, Professor Rania Lampou from Greece, and it's my pleasure to be here at this program today. I am Mohammed Zubair, Assistant Professor of Special Education, Learning Disabilities, working in the field of inclusive education, and I teach in the university, and I teach bachelor's and master degree students. And nowadays, lots of students are facing problems, lots of teachers and professors are facing pressure. So as I working in the university and college, so sometimes uh, we have to do lots of work. So how I can deal the pressure of college, dealing with the pressure of college can be daunting, but there are several strategies we can use to employ to navigate this challenging situation. Firstly, we can establish a support network in the college. you know Surround yourself with friends and make a good rapport and connection with your students. Don't be panic, and talk with your mentors, understand your challenges, and work on time, and can offer guidance and encouragement when needed. So having a support network can help alleviate feelings of isolation and provide a sense of belonging. Secondly, we can prioritize self-care. Make self-care a priority by getting enough sleep, because we have to do a lot of work. So for example, right now we are in India, it's midnight, around 12:50 a.m. So but we have to you- we have to take enough sleep, eating well balanced diet, exercising regularly, and engaging in activities that help you relax and recharge. Because sometimes we are very busy and we don't care about our sleep and food and health. So taking care of your physical and mental well-being, and that is very essential for managing stress in the college life or then the university life. And set realistic goals. Sometimes we can't set goals, so set realistic and achievable goals for ourselves, both academically and personally, and break larger goals into smaller and manageable tasks we can do, and celebrate our progress along the way. So setting realistic expectation is essential. And manage your time effectively. Develop a time management plan that includes dedicated time for studying or teaching in the class, or attending seminars and giving training. So attending classes, completing assignments, and engaging in extra co-curricular activities. So use tools like calendar, planners, or applications to organize your schedule, and set priority task based on deadline. And seek academic support. If you are struggling with assignment or work, don't hesitate to seek help from other colleagues, or with other professors or academicians. Many colleges offer resources such as centers, labs, writing labs, and study groups. And practice stress relief techniques. Explore different stress relief techniques such as a deep breathing and meditation, yoga, or mindfulness to help You manage stress and anxiety, and taking short breaks throughout the day, and stay organized. Keep your study space and material organized to minimize distractions and improve productivity. So, work in organized manner, maintain perspective. Remember that college is just one part of your life journey, and it's okay to experience ups and downs along the way. And keep things in perspective by focusing on your long-term goals, and connect with peers and friends. Build connection, a good rapport with your colleagues, with your friends who share similar interests and experiences. And be kind to yourself, be compassionate and patient with yourself, especially during challenging times. Give yourself permission to take break, ask for help when needed, and practice mindfulness. As I mentioned, incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine to help reduce stress at the university level, and establish clear boundaries around your time and commitment, and utilize campus resources. Take advantage of the various resources and services offered by your colleague or university to support student well-being, and practice positive self-talk. Cultivate a positive mindset by challenging negative self-talk, and replacing it with affirming statements, and engage or spend time in your interest area activities like extra curricular activities, or and your hobbies. You can bring you joy and help you relax, and develop study strategies. Experiment with different study techniques in the college. That this could include methods such as active reading, or creating interactive sessions, and practice time blocking. Use the time blocking techniques to allocate specific time slots for different tasks and activities, and celebrate small wins. If there is a long term goal, and you can subdivide that goal, and acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. But it is you know a well deserved break, and practice time management, and stay flexible, and practice healthy coping mechanism. Develop healthy coping mechanism to manage stress and anxiety in the university, in the college. So avoid comparing yourself to others, and set realistic expectations on your own abilities and circumstances, and find mentor or role models who can provide guidance, and develop assertiveness skills to communicate your needs, and embrace failure as a learning opportunity, because view setbacks and failures as opportunities for growth and learning rather than a source of defeat. So reflect on what went wrong, identify area of improvement, and try to overcome all those obstacles and problems. And stay connected with family and friends, and practice effectively, and practice gratitude. So engage in relaxation techniques, incorporate relaxation techniques into your daily routine life, and celebrate milestones and achievements. So these are the things we can do in our life at the university or college level, and we can take some sort of rest, and free, we will be feel better. Thank you, Miss Rania.
Yes, yes. And actually, according to recent student voice surveys on health and wellness,
Yeah,
exams are the top academic stressor now for students.
yeah, yeah,
Actually, six in 10 students, they mention this as a major concern. And the next big stressor is what we call pressure to do well. Um, when we have this pressure to do well, this means that I think that students need to reevaluate the hyper focus on grades. And the second one is how to normalize failure and negative feelings as part of the growth process. You mentioned how to embrace failure. Actually, students are just trying to figure out how to live at this age.
yeah,
And the pressure to do well in life, to be successful in whatever way the people and the spaces around us measure this success, it's a very natural result of this desire. So, college aged students might be especially vulnerable to this pressure because they're younger, they don't know how to navigate life, but also because college is a time and space to be at least partially concerned about measures of success, such as grades or social activities or athletics. I think that this is what you said, how to embrace failure. Professional help is available also when such feelings are too difficult to manage. And of
Yeah.
course, promote positive coping strategies and social connection that you mentioned, because pressure to do well has to do with meeting expectations both from ourselves, but also from others, like parents, like broader society. Try to connect also with each other and actually, what causes stress in college students apart from the academic performance? I think that when the students transition from high school to college, this is the first time living away from home. This is one case. Students become independent, they have no responsibilities, they have to take compatibility for their actions. So it can be very overwhelming to be adapted to a new environment, learn how to take care of yourself. So it's normal for students to experience sadness and high stress. Another big issue which happens also here in Greece is the high cost of college. The high cost of college is a significant source of stress for many low-income families, and especially for students who have to find a part-time work while they're studying. Another common stressor is academic performance, of course, we mentioned before, and of course, the case of relationship, because sometimes stressful relationships can impact academic performance and mental health if a healthy solution can be found. You mentioned about the therapy. I think it's important how to offer therapy groups, how to encourage professors and teachers to be flexible. Of course, some strategies. I think it's very important to call what we call relativization. It's important to pose questions like, is it really important to receive a certain grade? Is a successful career future linked to admission to this prestigious university? Questions like that. So try to underestimate the case of grades. Try to find also an alternative plan B. Try to avoid depending on just one plan. You need to have alternatives, and this it's very important because that makes us face a challenge and be more relaxed. From your experience, what are usually the causes of stress among your students? What is more stressful, you think, in India, exams or anything else? What, from your
Sorry,
experience?
actually, I didn't listen.
Uh, yes, I want to ask you, what are the major causes of stress and pressure among college students according to your experience in India as professor? We
You
know also
know,
that after the COVID pandemic, the situation became worse, and college students are facing more mental health issues. So, what do you think? What are the major causes of stress among college
uh,
students?
you know, lots of causes. In the university or the college or real life, professionals are facing too much stress nowadays. For example, as you mentioned that in the college and university, you know, students have lots of pressure about studies, and so firstly they have to start early. I think begin studying well in advance of your exams to avoid cramming at the last time. And but this is natural system that students are not studying on the regular basis sometimes. So at the time of exam, they are feeling too much stress. And the reason is behind is that sometimes they have lots of responsibilities in the society as a human being, different kind of roles and responsibilities they have to follow and organize. Secondly, the another cause in my opinion is that in India, the another stress is to find a good job, because all the professionals want their development, and they are seeking for a good job in the market. So lots of sometimes uh, in stress students in my for example in my university, some students in the class, when they are appearing in the exams, they experience pressure, for example, increased heartbeat and sweating and trembling and headache and upset stomach. So they might feel nausea or dizzy sometimes. So this all happening is because they didn't made a plan. They didn't have a guideline how to manage in the stress situation in the past, and they are facing difficulty in concentration because exam pressure can make it challenging. Job pressure can be challenging. Lots of professionals, they are doing job at the so the market demanding is increasing day by day, and the parents wants their kids, or their their children have to take have to get good marks in the exam. So the pressure of good marks, the pressure of good grades is the another aspect of pressure. Similarly, in the professionalism, lots of there is a comparison in the class. For example, if my student have interest in medical field, but their parents want you should be an engineer. There is no need to go in the medical field. If a student have interest in the sports, but their parents are encouraging him, don't go in the sports, try to work here, because every child has their unique limitation and unique potential. So we have to identify the caliber according to the interest, according to the ability of the student. So sometimes performance, the pressure of performance is very high at the offices, at the colleges, at the school. So pressure can make it challenging for individuals to concentrate and focus on performing or completing tasks. So they may find themselves distracted and unable to retain, and sometimes they want to perform well, but due to the pressure or due to the pressure, or sometimes they don't have the resources, sometimes they don't have the guidance, sometimes they don't know how to manage in the pressure situation. So lots of problems. So as a result, they feel negative. They sometimes they are not feeling well. Sometimes sleep disturbances. Sometimes social withdrawal in the market. Some individuals may withdraw from social interactions or isolate themselves, and feel very uh, feel very alone. So performance anxiety, in my opinion, performance anxiety is big problem at the workplaces here in India, because at the college level, at the university level, everybody wants to perform. There's a competition in the market, and everybody want to perform well, and every parent or every professional has some goal, but to achieve that goal, they are not assessing, or they are not evaluating their potential and level and interest. So lots of reasons we can say.
Definitely. And at this point, thank you, Dr. Zubair. I would like to welcome Dr. Gina. Dr. Gina, can you hear us? Can you unmute too?
Yes, I can
Go
hear
ahead, please.
everybody right now.
Oh, perfect,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you so
I'm Rania
much.
Lampou from Greece. I'm a board member of GYMHA, and today I will be a moderator of this show. So I would like to ask you, what are actually how we can maintain our mental health in college in general. We already discussed about how we can deal with the pressures and stress. So what do you think in general, what are the strategies in order to maintain a good mental health being in college?
So as you all know, I'm a student myself, and
Ah,
I
perfect,
too,
perfect. You're the ideal person to reply. Thank you. Yes, yes.
and
Go ahead, please.
I too go through a lot of pressure sometimes. Sometimes it can be like our panelist said, like pressure from home, pressure from school, friends, to do perform better, and grades performance, anxiety, so things like that. And I think the best way, firstly, every individual is different and they might need different approaches, but there are a few things that might help for everyone. So firstly, I feel like when we are in trouble, it's very important to seek help, because many of us, we don't seek help. We just keep quiet, keep it to ourselves. And but it is because many universities, they have like a school counselor or a university counselor who are always available for them, and it is very important to seek help. And another thing is to create a very good routine. So being able to prioritize what is very important, and setting like a timetable or routine where you manage your timetable based on what is very important to you, so that you don't slack behind. So that way, if we keep our work organized, um, if we keep our work organized that way, we don't have to keep the work for the end. So that is another important thing that could be done while dealing, like, so that we don't deal with it. That is, so instead of dealing it with later on, like, how you minimize the pressure for later on. So that would be also another thing. And also, like, asking help from friends and families, surrounding with positive people, journaling, writing down what is important, how what can be figured out is also important. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. As you said, it is important to seek for help, because the stigma of seeking mental health treatment from a counseling center is real for many students. As I'm always saying in all my presentations, seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. So students need to give themselves and others a space to work through how to best manage their mental health. So yes, it is important. And of course, mental health is related to good physical health. This good physical health has a direct correlation to increased mental well-being. So in order to prioritize mental and physical health, we need, of course, as Dr. Zubel said before, to incorporate physical activity, healthy food, social support into our daily life. Understanding the connection between mind and body helps in effectively managing mental health care. To another strategy that experts say, it's about we can keep track of mental health concerns and maintain a journal to track, to monitor our mental health concerns. This helps us to stay in tune with our feelings and our emotions. And when a student's college schedule gets busy, it's easy to lose track of what may be happening with mental health issues. So it's another issue. It's important, as Dr. Zupe said, to practice mindfulness, because college is stressful, it's fast-paced. So mindfulness, meditation is a great way to not only relieve stress, but also to improve memory and focus. And also meditation has also been shown to help anxiety disorders and enhance mental health treatment. Another issue is to suggest college students to avoid drug and alcohol use, because we know that many young people turn to alcohol substance use to self-medicate. When we start struggling with a mental illness, instead of instead of seeking mental health treatment, some students, they use drugs to ease the symptoms. Substances may offer short-term relief, but they know that they cause detrimental long-term effects. And something very important is that Harvard Medical School published an article which is very interesting. It says that volunteering also help people who donate their time to feel more socially connected, and this can help to decrease loneliness and depressive thoughts. I mean that college students can find ways to get involved in meaningful ways, and volunteerism is one of these. Thank you, Dr. Gina. And now I would like to ask Dr. Zubair another big issue, and it's one of my main problems. I haven't still found the solution. I'm working on this. What are the strategies for time management, especially for college students? How they can work on time management? It's not easy, I know from my own experience. What are your suggestions?
You know, time management. You know, Professor Rania, this question is very important nowadays because how do I manage my time in college is very important because managing your time effectively in college life or as a student is very crucial and vital for academic success and maintaining a healthy work life. So lots of things we can do. It's very challenging, but we can manage at least. We can, for example, firstly we have to create a schedule. Yeah, we know it's very difficult to follow the schedule sometimes, but create a schedule and use a planner or calendar to map out your classes, your study sessions, your time. When will you perform this kind of work or this kind of session? So firstly create a schedule. Secondly, give priority on task. Determine which tasks are most important and urgent, and focus on completing that first. Use techniques. Uh, you know, you know, break task into simpler steps, for example, because in time management large assignments or large goal or project can be overwhelming. So break them into simpler, into smaller, and set specific goals. For example, if you set goal specifically, so you can manage time, you know and having concrete objectives, and manage distractions, because time management is essential, but sometimes at the student life in the colleges, in the universities, many students distracted by other activities, and they forget what they have to do in studies or in assignments. So identify common distractions such as social media, for example, and take steps to minimize them during study sessions, because if you are studying, or if you are doing a work, so you have to manage distractions, and establish a routine. Stick a consistent daily routine as much as possible, including set times for waking up, when will you sleep, studying time, meal time, exercise, and when will you go to school, when will you come back, when you will go to the library. So establish a routine and try to follow that routine in proper manner. It is difficult, but you can at least try, so that would be very beneficial. And learn to say no while extracurricular activities or any activity or social event. Everything is important, so that is important. And sometimes take break, schedule regular breaks during the study sessions, because if you are working hard, sometimes you need a refreshment. And use time management techniques such as time blocking to find strategies that work best for you, and seek support when needed, and utilize time between the sessions, time between the classes, instead of wasting your time between one class to the another class. Use this time productively. Review your notes, read assignment readings, or work on small assignments. For example, if you have 1 hour gap between classes, you can spend 30 minutes reviewing material for the next class, and 30 minutes starting on a homework assignment. And set deadline for every work, because if you will set the deadline, definitely you have a goal, and to achieving that goal you will definitely work hard. So this can help prevent uh, it will help. For instance, if a paper is due on Friday, exam is due on Friday, set a personal deadline of Wednesday to complete it, because there is challenge, because you have to appear in the exam in Friday, on Friday. And limit multitasking. While multitasking may seem like an efficient way to get more done, it can actually decrease productivity and quality of work. So instead, focus on one task at a time and give it your full attention is better. As a teacher, I would like to suggest, as a professor, I always tells my student that try to give your full attention at the same task, and delegate tasks when possible, and practice effective time estimation, and review and adjust your schedule regularly, and make adjustment as needed to accommodate changes in your workload, and practice self discipline, is important. Practice that use technology wisely, because technology play vital role nowadays to take advantage of productivity apps and tools to help you manage your time effectively. Use calendar applications or schedule task applications, and lots of softwares you can use. For instance, use a manageable app like uh, Todoist or Trello to create and prioritize your work, and practice and learn to recognize and overcome perfectionism. That is important. And practice effective note taking techniques, and seek always seek feedback and learn from mistakes. uh, you know Practice self-care and reflect and celebrate achievements. So incorporating these things into your time management strategies, you can further enhance your abilities to effectively your manage time as a professional or as a student.
Yes, yes, definitely. There are so many techniques, strategies, useful that you have shared with us. It is important, as you said, to be aware of time wasters and set goals, because we should pay attention to what causes us to lose focus on our studies and assignments. And in this way, if we are aware of time wasters, we can create a more dedicated study time. So we need to establish a time for studying or homework only. Don't pick up the phone, don't respond to notification, was very distractive until we have finished our work. We need to avoid checking email all the time or surfing the web during this time, except when it's necessary. We can leverage technology, as you said, in calendars and many apps. Technology can make college time management easier. I have searched some apps like Todoist and Time Free, and their timers and calendars that remain this on device. And it's very important also to separate work time from fun time. And as you mentioned, also you mentioned about multitasking, which is not productive. So only do one thing at a time, as you mentioned. So set reminders, build a personalized schedule, use apps or tools that actually are suitable for you. Prioritize, mention or set the goals. And if the load is very huge, you can break down the load into smaller parts, so you can be more realistic in your goals, and be flexible at the same time. Thank you very much for the very precious strategies that you have shared with us.
Thank you.
And now I would like to ask Dr. Gina, actually our student today, how students can stay healthy in college. How, in general, students can stay healthy. We talk about physical health now, which is, of course, related with mental health.
So for physical health, the different ways we can stay healthy, of course, like getting active is very important. However, like we all have different type of interest. So I feel like doing something that getting engaged or staying active in any way that is fun for you. For example, some people they love dancing, some people they love swimming, some people they love nature. So if you love nature, maybe go on a walk, go to the park, spend some time in the park. That would be nice. It would be a good time to get a break as well. That would be a good mental and physical break as well. And some people they love swimming. So set a time for yourself where you have the time to go swimming. That would be good as well. So getting engaged in any type of activity that you love, would help you in your physical health, and that would also help you in your mental, emotional, and social health. As like you said, physical health is directly related to your mental health is directly related to your physical health as well, and that really helps. And another thing is, I've also tried to do this, like trying to create a goal for yourself, health related goals, and doing 22 days challenge. They say that it takes you 22 days to set a habit. So to in order to set a habit, doing 22 days challenge. Maybe day one you go for like a 5 minutes walk, and then or do like 500 steps a day, and then slowly you get increase it to 800 steps a day. So whenever you can, setting a time for yourself where you have time to work out is very important. Work out and stay active is important, and at the same time watching what you eat, because in today's world we are looking for something that's really fast, like fast food or something that's really yummy, but it might not be good for your health. So watching what you eat, making sure you are eating balanced diet, having enough protein, enough calories, enough nutrition in your food is very important. And watching your food, your water intake, how much water you're drinking. This is very important as well, and how often you're eating outside, how often are you cooking food for yourself, or if you have family members, maybe uh, being in the kitchen together, so that like you know what you're eating, and you're also getting help from someone to uh, for your meal preparation if you're really busy. So that can be done. These are some of the things you can do to stay healthy physically, and I think it also indirectly helps in your mental health. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. The role of nutrition, according to multiple studies, they say that the transition to college leads to weight gain in many students. So this means that the college students need to be very aware of how they can maintain a healthy, balanced, healthy diet and healthy nutrition habit, and avoid liquid calories and all these things that you mentioned. It's very important if it's possible to cook for themselves, to eat the whole full meals, to of course exercise and keep active at the same time, to get involved in meaningful and authentic activities and hobbies that you mentioned. Of course, the case of sleep, the role of sleep, experts say that we need to sleep, so that this age students should sleep 8 hours every night. And of course, when we talk about hydration, staying hydrated is just important as diet and nutrition, because water cleanses the body, it transports vitamins and nutrients to give us energy, and of course, it's crucial for our mental and physical health, and particularly for muscle, for skin, and joints. And I think the most important is that we need to listen to our body, because acknowledging when something doesn't feel right, whether it's physical or mental or emotional, it's the critical first step to overcoming it. For example, if we're feeling cold, we should sleep and take vitamin C. So you need to listen to our body and watch every sign, because this is something that we don't do often. So thank you very much, dear Gina, for your great advice and for your great strategies. And now I would like to ask Dr. Jubair, what are some important tips for balancing school and life? It's another big issue now. We know that students are more and more addicted to smartphones and devices. So it's very difficult for them to balance school and life, because they work in this, they live in this cyber world. And what are the tips that you suggest?
Yeah, Yeah, Professor Rania. Balancing school and life is important nowadays, because as a student nowadays, school life, they see school life, and they see different kind of students in the class. There's a diversity in the class, and they sometimes they are you know they don't prioritize tasks. Firstly, in school life, in my opinion, we have to make some priority tasks, make a list of tasks and prioritize them based on the deadlines. As you mentioned, that lots of students are using gadgets, lots of, they are surfing the social media. So this will help you allocate your time effectively and focus on what needs to be done first, and set boundaries. Set boundaries, in life, establish boundaries between your school and personal life, because it is a duty of teachers and parents and the stakeholders, to you know observe the students, how we can balance their life in the school and outside the school. So uh, you know designate specific time for studying and leisure activities, and try to stick to them as much as possible. And practice time management, use techniques such as time blocking, or techniques to manage your time effectively. And teach students, learn to say no. It's okay that to decline invitation or opportunities if they interfere with your priorities. And balancing is important, because we have to give them some break. Take breaks are essential for maintaining focus and preventing burnout, and schedule regular breaks during study. That is important for relaxation. And stay organized, keep track of assignments, deadlines, and appointments using a planner or a digital calendar. Communicate with others, make self-care a priority, and always try to seek support when needed. Don't hesitate. Don't don't be fear to reach out for help if you are feeling overwhelmed, or if you are not feeling well, whether it is talking to a friend. Sometimes you can talk with your family members. If you are comfortable with teacher, you can talk with the teacher or counselor. So try to take support, and that provide valuable perspective and assistance. And the another aspect is that um, personal time. For example, in the establish a routine in the families, in this college, at the family level, create a daily or weekly routine. For example, I, as a student or as a parents, it's my duty to spend a quality time with my colleagues, with my friends, with my parents. So create a daily or weekly routine that includes dedicated time, quality time for both work and leisure activities, and practice effective communication, and try to fulfill the gap. And the communication gap not must not be there. And communicate openly with your friends, communicate openly with your family members, communicate openly with your colleagues about your availability, about your boundaries, about your difficulties, about your, so when you are available for socializing. And set boundaries with technology. Lots of students are spending their time on digital devices, on social media, without any reason. Yeah, it's good because they have to learn these kind of how to handle this kind of gadget, but time should be limited. That limit the amount of time you spend on digital devices or social media outside of school related activities. Consider implementing screen free hours at least, and designated specific time for checking emails and social media. And delegate household chores or responsibilities to family members or roommates, to free up time to for other activities. You can spend time on sports and activities, and to can reduce stress and create more opportunities for relaxation. You will feel better. And practice gratitude. Cultivate a sense of gratitude by regularly reflecting on the positive aspects of life, and explore nature. In life we can explore the nature, because God has made this environment very beautiful. So spend time outdoor and connecting with nature, whether it is going for a hike or having a picnic in the park or in the at the zoo, or simply taking a walk around your neighborhood. So spending time in nature is very beneficial uh, for physical and mental health. It's beneficial. And volunteer in the community, give back to your community by volunteering your time and skills, because uh, in plantation, in social work. So whether it's serving meals at the soup kitchen, tutoring children in the market or in the locality, or participated in the environmental cleanup efforts. So and pursue personal development in life, because invest your personal growth and development by taking up new challenges, or new learning new skills. And practice relaxation techniques, incorporate relaxation techniques, because sometimes we have lots of pressure. And so deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation, or listen music, or play sports, play into your daily routine to manage stress. So set aside time for hobbies, because every individual have their own hobbies. So activities play a vital role to bring joy. And you will feel pressure free. And whether it is gardening, cooking, playing musical instruments, you can play, crafting, engaging in hobbies can provide a welcome break from academic pressure. And you can make a good balance at the professional place, or in the life. Thank you, Professor Rania.
Yes, yes. Perfect. Yes, you mentioned about the quality time, the effective communication, how it's important to practice gratitude, to maintain always a contact with nature, how to be engaged in volunteerism, for instance, that could be a day of replantation, social worker, how to create schedule and stick with it, take large tasks and break tasks into smaller tasks, how to set aside time always for breaks, be able to say no, you said before. And always, of course, set goals that are clear and defined, keep everything organized, manage your time effectively, care for your body, care for your soul, and be aware of your limits. As you said, you need to set boundaries. So, thank you very much, Dr. Zubair. And
It's my
before
pleasure,
concluding, I
Professor
want
Rania.
to ask you both, I want a message from you to our college students who experience stress issues. In one sentence, what will be your message? First, Gina, what is your message to the college students who experience stress? And
My
after that was. Mhm.
my greatest message to all students would be like take care of your mental health, your physical health, and there's just one life, so you should be able to balance out. Yeah, and be able to balance out your both your studies and your personal life, because I wouldn't say just your studies is important, so it's important to enjoy as well. So being able to do 80-90 would be good. 80% of hard work and 20% of fun. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Gina. And Dr. Zubair, what is your message?
You know, my message, hey students, because feeling the pressure of exams, assignments, and work, and all the demands of students' life, it's pressure time. Sometimes we feel. So my message is that, pro, take breaks, get enough sleep, eat nourishing foods, stay hydrated, and your well-being comes first. And break it down, tackle task one step at a time, break down big projects into smaller in manageable chunks. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. And time management is key. Use planners, apps, or as I mentioned earlier, whatever works for you to stay organized and on the top of deadline. And connect with others, lean on your support system, make interactive with your friends, family, classmates, and sharing your feelings with others. and embrace imperfection. Nobody's perfect, so that's okay. Give yourself permission to make mistakes and learn from them, and you are growing and evolving every day. So find balance, and remember to carve out time for activities you enjoy outside of academics, whether it's hobbies, exercise, or simply chilling. So dear students, as you embrace the journey, college is a time of exploration and discovery. So embrace new ideas, perspectives, and experiences, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn and grow. So manage your time wisely, cultivate connections, believe in yourself. You are capable of achieving great things. So believe in your abilities and don't be afraid to pursue your passions and dreams. Trust in your potential and never underestimate the power of perseverance. Take care of yourself. Your well-being is paramount, and remember it's okay to focus on the journey, not just the destination. While academic success is important, remember that college is about more than just grades. It is about the skills you develop, the experience you have in the college, and the person you become long way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zubair. You're very, very right in many aspects that you have presented today. It's time to close our session. I would like to thank both our panelists, Gina, our student, and Dr. Zubair for sharing very valuable and precious techniques and
Thank you.
tips for how we can deal with the pressure and stress, and how we can maintain our mental health when we are college students. I would like to thank you both.
It's my
And
pleasure,
it's time to
Professor
close
Rania.
now. I'm sure that it was a very constructive and very enriching discussion. College students can benefit from this session. I would like to thank the GYMHA for giving me, Dr. Jude, for giving me this opportunity to moderate the session. And see you again in another session with another very interesting topic. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.